Welcome to the Voices of the Goddess podcast. We believe that there is a goddess inside each and every one of us. When we use our voice to share that goddess, we support and uplift each other. Join us each week as we interview women to receive the message of their goddess within. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Voices of the Goddess podcast, where we empower, inspire, and uplift women to be the goddesses they were meant to be. I'm your co-host, Julietta, also known as the Magical PT, and I live here in sunny Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I have my own physical therapy practice where I support a lot of women, but some men and some kids too, in healing their body. And, I like to let everyone know, nobody heals your body. Only you can heal your body. Those of us that are healers just help show you the way to take that healing journey. And when I'm not helping people heal, I also make jewelry, malas with gemstones and crystals, and I paint. And I have this other side gig as a podcaster with my buddy over here, Allyson.
Hello, everybody. Allyson Mancini. I'm excited to be here today. Super excited because we have a really special guest.
Special edition.
I know. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So I also live in South Florida, but originally a Midwest girl like Julietta, which I don't think she said. She's from Wisconsin and I'm from Michigan. Did you say that? Did I just miss it?
Didn't. No.
So we're originally both Midwest girls, but we met here in Florida just about, I think it's been like 6 or 7 years now, right? And it's been a while. Yeah. But I am Human Resources and Operations Director for a company called The Gold Digger Girl. And The Gold Digger Girl basically helps women show up authentically on social media and helps women who are either in the beginning stages of launching their business or are somewhat into launching their business and they just want help to kind of level up a little bit more. And that's what we do. I'm also a functional nutritionist, and my passion is really helping women to be the best that they can be. Give them all the tools that they need to go on and do all the amazing things they're going to do in their lives. Also a co-host of this podcast, a mom to two, a 25-year-old and a 22-year-old, been married for 28 years, also a dog mom. And I always forget to say, I am a cat mom. I just don't say it very often. I know. So you may hear the dogs in the background or see my chair moving because that's their favorite thing to do is be right under my feet when I'm doing these podcasts. They play under my feet while I'm doing this. It's super fun. And we have a new sponsor this month. It's a month.
New sponsor.
Hey, so let me introduce you all to our sponsor is High Vibrations Energy Healing. And the owner is Rebecca Schaefer. She is a Reiki master and Kundalini yoga teacher. High Vibrations Energy Healing offers Reiki, meditation, and Kundalini yoga to heal emotional and physical pain and bring one into alignment with their true self. Reiki and Kundalini yoga are a powerful combination that can be used to heal subconscious patterns, strengthen the nervous system, activate the neutral mind, and bring one to higher levels of consciousness. Visit highvibrationsnow.com to learn more, and you can also book a Reiki session there, participate in a Cosmic Kundalini plus Reiki healing circle, or register for an upcoming Kundalini yoga class. And I do have to say, I have never done Kundalini yoga that I know of. I love yoga, but I do have experience with Reiki, and it is really incredible.
And the Kundalini yoga is a lot more breath work. So,
that's what I thought.
We, so in other episodes we've spoken about, I did attend one of her Reiki circles, and we did a lot of breath work in the Reiki circle as well. So it definitely amps up the energy to a new level. And I also want our listeners to know she does distance work. I've had distance Reiki done by her. And if you tune in, you will really experience it. So, I was talking with her about it, and she said she actually prefers doing distance work because she feels like
wow.
It actually makes the experience stronger. So you don't have to be local to her to experience her work. So please reach out to her.
Awesome. Yes, and we will drop her website information in the comments.
Yeah, in the comments, it's in the show notes. So awesome.
So I'm going to let you introduce our guest because
Wait, we have our topic first.
Oh shoot, that's right. I totally I'm so excited for our guest. I can't even contain myself.
I know I am too. But we wanted to talk about something kind of important because it's been coming up a little bit. Yeah. And, our podcast is called Voices of the Goddess. And the word goddess brings up different things for different people. And for a lot of people, they don't really view it as something positive. And so I just wanted to put some thoughts out there to everybody about, what it means to us and why we chose it to be in the name of our podcast. And, we're not using the term goddess in a worshiping way, but rather, to me, a woman is a goddess who is her true, authentic self, who is always striving to be the best version of herself that she can be, but not something to be worshipped. It's, that's where what the word goddess means to me. I mean, we're not talking about the ancient deities, and we're not talking about worshiping anything. But it's just about connecting with your true, authentic self and allowing yourself to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And we're here to support that for other women. So I don't know if you have something to add to that.
No, I mean, I think that you said it really well. I mean, the reason we chose goddess was because, we do have a creator, whatever you believe in, whatever your belief is, universe, God, Jesus, whatever, all the other things that are out there. That's wonderful. But we were created. We have a creator. And I think for us, it's about helping all of the women we know. You just said it really well. Be your best self. That's what we want. We want to help women be their best selves. And it's interesting because it has only happened a couple times, but a couple times we have gotten almost kind of angry comments that were I think one comment was about, I choose to worship something. I don't know. It was basically it was almost saying we were evil and worshiping, I don't know what. And I just, listen, everybody, it's perception, and that's fine. And this person, I just responded, I completely respect what you're saying. Have a blessed day. Have a great, you know what I mean? There was just nothing, I wasn't going to get into it and argue with that person about it. So yes, I think it's something that the more that we are exposed to people, I think we're going to find ourselves getting that question more often. And so I think for us to bring it up occasionally, because I think that we are also very much about diversity on this podcast. We are really about supporting all the women that we know, no matter what age, stage, wherever you're at in your life. So, yeah. Just have an open mind. That's what I say. Just, you know what? Just have an open mind.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
now
we have the most amazing guest ever. So it's not Father's Day yet, but this is our Father's Day edition. And so when the podcast gets released, it will get released not on Father's Day, but whatever date is closest to Father's Day.
Monday after.
Yeah. So our guest is my dad. I'm so excited.
Oh boy.
Welcome, Dad.
Yes, I am Douglas Wenzel. My claim to fame is I am the father of this amazing healer, amazing artist, the magical PT, Julietta Wenzel. I am retired. I live in a very wet and cold Wisconsin right now. June, but it doesn't know it because it's very cold and wet right now. So anyway, so I'm retired quite a few years already. I'm 76 years old, so figure out the math. So anyway.
Yeah, but what did you used to do before you retired?
I was an engineer for
That's what I thought.
Ran a small manufacturing company. And I retired at 62. And
Nice.
so.
You've been living the life ever since.
Well, not exactly.
Well, somewhat. Hey, listen, I'm envious. I want to be up where you are. I've seen pictures of the area that you guys are in. I've seen pictures of your place, and I just want to go there and walk around and just explore.
Yeah, I'm living the life now.
Yeah.
I retired to be a caregiver, so.
I do know that. I do know that.
So the first few years weren't so good.
Right.
Anyway, so.
All right. Are you ready for our questions? Do you even know what you're going to get asked?
What I'm going to get asked. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. First question for you is, what is one book you wish everyone would read, and why has it been so impactful for you?
Okay. The one book that I read that I think everybody should read that wants to be in a loving relationship is The 5 Languages of Love.
Yes.
And I think the book is pushed out there basically for men, because, the idea that men are kind of not up on these things, but I feel that everybody should read it that wants to be in a loving relationship. Know what how you should communicate with your loved one, what makes them, and not only your partner, husband or partner or whatever, but even everybody you love. You have a communication, and life goes so much better if you know what that avenue of communication is. And quite frankly, you get through. Sometimes if you really know what these avenues are, you might realize you shouldn't be in a relationship with that person. Certain things I don't think will mesh, and it'll just make the relationship harder. So anyway, that was, and one of the number one things I realized from this, to be in a loving relationship, number one, you have to love yourself. And if you don't,
wise man.
What?
I said, listen to this wise man. Hey, I had no idea that you had read this book, so I love that you read the book.
Oh yeah, no, your father reads once in a while. I'm not an avid reader like some people. I'm a little bit ADD. And sometimes unless there's something to learn or something that interests me, I have a hard time concentrating on a book. But this one struck, and I just think if everybody would realize this, relationships would go better, if you know what your partner.
Absolutely right. It's not just about love relationships. It's about family relationships, friend relationships, even business relationships.
Yeah, learning what loved one, the business, whatever, what they want from you and what you want from them.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was one book that I figured. I had a lot of books that would be just for men, but this is the one I would think would go both ways.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. I love that. And it is so true. It's good just to know how, even with your children, to communicate with your kids, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Knowing what their love language is, that's awesome.
Yeah. And,
I love it.
I have 2 amazing kids, and their languages are very different.
I bet. I bet they are.
Yeah. I mean, they look alike, and they love each other dearly, I know, but they are different.
The little bit I know, I could agree to that. I don't know a lot, but I know Julietta pretty well, but the little bit I know about her brother, they seem very different.
Yeah, they are.
But they have a great respect for each other. I love that. Like from what I get.
Well, they're both amazing people.
Yeah,
So.
I agree. Aww. So nice.
I am in awe of both of them. I mean, I just I can't believe that how amazing they are. You know. So that's my one crowning achievement.
I would just say that's your claim to fame, man, because it's not easy raising kids. So good job.
And I give their mother a lot of credit for that. You know, she did, because in my early stages, like all men, we're so wrapped up in our work, we're not always there. So I have to give their mother a lot of credit for who they are. Just and you know, it's the best results are a team effort. And I kind of feel that's due to the problems in the world today. A lot of it is the family unit isn't as strong as it used to be, you know, and that their mother kept our family unit together. And I think I give that why Julietta and Troy turned out to be these amazing adults.
Aww.
So
well, she did a lot, but you did a lot too, Dad. So
yeah, I know, but yeah, it's
okay.
It was a team effort, which it had to be, and but a lot of cases, and in a lot of homes, the mother has to be the leader, you know.
Yeah, sure.
For it, and I give her credit for that. She did so.
Well, you seem, from what I've heard, you're a pretty amazing dad. So I'm curious about our next question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What is your favorite self-care practice?
Okay, that's interesting. Being 76 years old, I went through a lot of them. Self-care. And I started out with exercise. Well, the first thing I did was when I was in the service, I smoked, and then when I got out, I quit. And that was a major health improvement. And then I got, take care of myself, exercise, which is good.
Yeah.
And then tried to eat very healthy. This is the next thing I added to it. The most recent, and it's having the biggest impact, and if you would have asked me this 15 years ago, I would have thought, meditation.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. Julietta did tell me that you were meditating, and I'm like, that is so cool.
Yeah. No, I started doing it. I was amazed at the impact it has. It actually can eliminate physical pain. I get up if something's hurting, stiff. I meditate with my breath. My meditation is primarily breath work, meditating. And a lot of times the pain will disappear. So, it's become a very regular practice. I do it at least daily, and sometimes several times a day if I need it.
That's awesome.
How my day is going.
Your dad and Pamela's dad need to meet because they both meditate. Pamela Morgan's dad.
I did not know that, but that's awesome.
I think that's amazing. I love that you meditate because I find so many people that are even my age and older are like, oh, meditating, like they don't believe in it. You know what I mean? Like they think it's just a bunch of foo-foo.
Well, I have to admit, I became from Julietta and some of her practices, and I've seen the result. I've become a lot more open-minded to this voodoo, as they say. You know.
I'm going to tell you the funniest story. So both of my kids have been to Julietta because my daughter was a competitive dancer and my son was a hockey player. And so they've both seen Julietta. And I'll never forget the first time my son saw her. And he walked out of her office and he got in the car at me. And I'm like, how did it go? He's like, I don't know what kind of voodoo she did in there. She's like, but he's like, my I think you were working on his like shoulder and that scar that we had way back then.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not even like, I can't believe how much better it feels. Like, it just is incredible. So that's very cool.
Yeah. So
voodoo that I do.
And with everything, you have to have an open mind for any kind of healing. If you think if you feel it's gonna make you better, it's more than likely than if you have a lot of doubt about it. So anyway, yeah. And that was with meditation with me. I gotta say, I thought, that's something but it's had a very profound effect on me, and it just makes the day go better, clear the mind, get it opens your heart, I think. And so that's my I guess my biggest one right now. Hope to learn some more self-care yet.
Nice.
Can never learn too much about that. Take care
Exactly.
of yourself.
Yeah.
So,
All right, Dad. Our next question for you is, because we all have difficult days and you just would kind of rather stay in bed or something, but we have difficult days and we get to show up and do stuff anyway. So when you're having a rough day, what tool do you use to get stuff done?
Well, this is something I've done all my life, working especially. If I had, in my job, I would have sometimes hundreds of things that I had to accomplish in a day. And some days you just don't feel like it. So what I did was pick the easiest one that required the least brain power, the least physical effort, do it, accomplishment, and that would get my juices flowing to move on to the tasks that I was dreading. And I still do that to this day. If I got a bunch of stuff to do around here and there's things I don't want to do, especially something like taxes or, and, I'll go out and fill the bird feeders and get that done. And then that gets the juices flowing. I accomplished that. That's done. What's next? So, no, it's always start with something small and simple and get your mojo going or whatever you want to call it. So that's my method, and it's worked for me for a lot of years now. So anyway.
Sounds like a good technique.
Yeah.
I think I use that sometimes, but not always. I'll have to remember it. Think about it more consciously next time.
Yeah, do something that you don't dread. Don't start out with the, just. And once you get the feeling that you accomplish something, it lifts your energy in you.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. One more question for you, Dad, and we know that every event that's happened in your life shapes who you are today, but we all have standout events in our life that play a bigger role in who we are. So what is an event that you feel formed a big role in shaping who you are today?
Well, it wasn't a good event, but it was being a caregiver for Julietta's mother. It's something I didn't ever think I could do. And then I realized we're all stronger than we think we are, and we can get through anything. And so it was not a pleasant event, not something I'd wish on anybody. And I didn't think I'd ever be able to do it it was 8 years. But one foot in front of the other, one day at a time, and we did it. And then I realized, life throws a lot of difficult situations, some worse than others. But never give up and admit defeat. You can make it through it. So I guess, as unpleasant as it was, it did make me realize we're stronger than we think we are. And so whatever door closes, another window opens type thing. And that was, I guess, the biggest impact that I can think of all the experiences I've had. So,
yeah. And you amazed me all of that time. Everything that you did. I was in awe of my dad.
Yeah. So.
All right. If there was one thing you would want our audience to take away from our time here together today, what would that be?
That everybody should learn to love themselves and accept themselves who they are. Don't sit and beat yourself up because I'm too fat, I'm too short, too tall. Love who you are, because life is precious. And if you can't love yourself, you can't love somebody else, is what I say. So,
this is true.
I hope.
Wise words, Dad.
So anyway, that's it's something I had to do, learn to love myself, and life is a lot better once you do, believe me.
Absolutely.
So anyway, that was.
You made it through the interview, Dad.
Did it.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Thank you for joining us.
This was awesome. You're an awesome.
Okay.
You're an awesome dad. I wish you would have been my dad, but I'll just vicariously live through Julietta. So.
Oh yeah, I'm not perfect.
It's something that I say all the time. When you're a kid and you're growing up and you have great parents, you assume that everybody is having a similar experience, and it isn't until later in life that I really got to realize how lucky and blessed I was to have the parents that I have. So, well, you're a good dad.
Well, as I say, a lot of things in life are luck of birth. When I think people that are born in third world countries and stuff, and I think the life we had in this country, I think, my gosh, there's a lot of what ifs could have happened. And, I married an amazing woman, and we have 2 amazing children. So I figure I was a very lucky dad, husband. So anyway, it's all good.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Dad, because a lot of people haven't been brave enough, even though we've asked them to be on the show. So I'm so glad that you were brave enough and did something new with us here. And super proud of you, Dad. I love you.
Yeah. Proud of you too, dear. Love you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we also got to send a huge thank you out to our sponsor, Rebecca Schaefer with High Vibrations, and to our audience, because without our audience, there's no point in us being here. So thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed this show, is that Dakota?
Dakota's protecting me.
Sounds like my house right now. I love it. But now my dog's here to hear your dog.
He sounds so vicious. If he sees a rabbit or something, he's got to bark and growl. But if he's out there, you want to play with him.
Good he waited to the end of the show to do that.
Yeah.
But once again, thank you to our audience for listening. And if you've liked what you've heard, please subscribe, follow, like, share, all that good stuff. I don't know if we've got contact information in the show notes, but if you want to reach out to him, go right ahead. But also for sure you can find Allyson and myself's contact information if you need to get in touch with us. You can easily find us that way. And with that, and with the dog barking, I want to wish you all a magical day.
That was awesome. I gotta run. Thank you so much. My dog's barking too.